video mode, and I believe it is recording. It is recording right now, guys. So I'm about to get started on this podcast. Microphone up, microphone on. Yes, microphone on. Guys, let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. I really don't know how to angle this or set it up, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it works out, right? And if it works out great, then we will do this in the future, right? Do podcasts, videos, podcasts. Even though it seems like I'm going in the opposite direction, this is so different. But anyway, let's go. What's up, gang? It is Lieutenant Sal Blue, 28-year law enforcement veteran and the author of the Top 25 Mistakes en Route to the Good Life, second edition. That's right, coming at you guys with episode number 48 in my daily podcast. And we're rocking and rolling, man. We're rocking and rolling, and we're going to do something a little different today. A little different. What I'm doing today is I just launched my book last night, Top 25 Mistakes, the second edition. Second edition, guys. So it is not the first edition, just launched the second edition, and then it's now live on Amazon. You guys, I'll put the link in the description. Top 25 Mistakes. And also, guys, I dropped the price dramatically on the Kindle. I'm running a super special this week. Free! That's right, guys. If you guys have Kindle, you can grab my book, Top 25 Mistakes, for free. 5 days I'm running that special for. After that, it's a mere $8.99, less than $9. Okay, less than the price of a cup of Starbucks coffee, grande, with all the extras in it. So you guys can enjoy that as well. So listen, today in my podcast, what I want to talk to you about is my mistakes, right? It's the Top 25 Mistakes podcast. And a lot of times I'm just, shooting from the hip and letting you guys know how I'm feeling, some of the things that I'm going through day in and day out. But today, I'm putting together a small little ebook. I'm going to probably be giving it away about some of the mentor questions, right? Some of the mentor questions that were asked to me by my mentors throughout my career and my life that helped to shape and mold me to the person that I am today. Right, to an individual who is very happy on a regular basis. And so I was trying to figure out, because I've came up with tons of different people and been around so many different people throughout my career and throughout my life, and there are not a lot of people who share the same enthusiasm and happiness that I do. So I'm trying to figure out just why, because it's nothing that I feel like I've done personally that someone else couldn't have done, So, so when I say this, I am confused to some point of why other people don't wake up every single day full of happiness and full of gratitude. What has drawn them in? What has pulled them away from the side of happiness and drawn them closer to being unhappy, miserable, or going for little small things here or there, flash in the pan goals that don't satisfy them later on in life? I mean, what is it that they're going for? What has been pulling them in? And so I've been thinking about this long and hard, man. Long and hard, and it has been keeping me up at night, guys, to be honest. It's been keeping me up at night because I want to be an instrument of change, right? I want to be a person who helps people to make changes in their life for the better, and I want to provide value for as many people as possible. I mean, it's the sole reason why I wrote my book, Top 25 Mistakes, right? I didn't become an author to become a millionaire. That's not my path, right? In my 50s, what I realized was that the most satisfying thing you can do is contribution, right? Who are you going to contribute to? Who are you going to give to? Whose life can you make better through, I don't know, transparency, through your mistakes, through things that you have learned in your life that you can share with other people, and they can in turn have a better life because of you. I'm not looking for any accolades when I do this. I just know that there's people out there who aren't doing well right now. And after this pandemic swept through the world like a vicious plague, there are even more people, scores and scores of people from all walks of life who are not doing well because they did not have it set up where they were being able to bounce back, right? They did not have a system in place where is no matter what happens in their life, they were going to be okay. So um, as I went through this, I started pulling questions out of my book, Top 25 Mistakes, and some of the questions that I feel that moved me forward. Not all of them, but some of the questions that moved me forward in my life and in my journey to give value to as many people as possible. So that is what this is all about. That is what this podcast is about. That is what my YouTube channel is about. That is the post that I put on Facebook. I'm just post on Instagram, TikTok, every platform. I'm just trying to get people to move forward in life, right? Because it is the only thing that is keeping you from having the life that you want, right? And also, your eagerness to not move forward is the only thing that is causing you great pain. You see, momentum is momentum, guys. Momentum is going to move you forward no matter what, right? But when you begin to resist the momentum of the world then inflicts upon you such great pain that you end up having a miserable life, a hard life. And I don't want that from you guys. Having a hard life, man, it's a rough way to go, guys. It is a rough way to go. So that is not what I want for you. Um, I want you to have an extraordinary life. And you can have an extraordinary life if you allow for yourself to get into the flow of the universe. Period. And and I'm not saying this to be all mystical and everything else. I'm just saying this because the universe is going to move forward no matter what. Change is going to happen no matter what. The days and nights will come no matter what you do in your life, right? When you step away from this earth and you move on to dust or spirit or whatever you believe in, this world is going to keep on moving. Keep on moving now as it has moved forward for millions and millions of years. So don't be so narcissistic to think that everything's going to stop when you're gone. When you're gone, this thing's going to keep on moving like a freight train. All right. So one of the first questions that I wrote down, and I'm gonna put together like a little PDF question answer book summary, something for you guys to give away for free that you guys could check out. Um, and it's basically going to be something that you need to answer for yourself, right? Because that's what it's based upon. It's going to be based upon you answering these things for yourself because it's your life that we're trying to change, right? And then I'm going to give you my answers, and you can see the direction that I'm going in. And maybe if the direction I'm going in is something that works for you, then you will begin to move in that direction so you can be happy each and every day, right? So one of the first questions that one of my mentors asked me, you know, and many people ask me as I write my books and I do my podcasts and Facebook Lives and everything that I do is, Lieutenant Blue, why do you do what you do, right? Why is it so important for you to give value to people? Why is it so important to you to get out here and teach? After 28 years, you should be laying back, you should be fishing, chilling out, relaxing, enjoying your retirement. But why are you still in? Why are you still doing what you do? And it comes from this, many years ago and throughout my career, guys. And this is my answer to this question of why I do what I do. It didn't hit me dramatically until a few years in my career, till I was teaching at their police academy. But it has happened to me previous times, and realizing what impact it had on my life and how it moved me at such a dramatic level. As I get older, I realize that I'm the type of individual that cannot and will not leave people behind. Right? That's my mother-in-law, guys. Don't worry about that. Um, I cannot and will not leave people behind. So, in saying that, guys, one of the things that impacted me was I was an instructor at the police academy, and I was just an officer, so I had to follow rules and regulations and laws. But the recruits at the academy began to connect with me. Right? They began to connect with me because I didn't sugarcoat things. I was from Rawway, and I was just rough and raw with my information that I gave them, and they enjoyed the trueness of me. I was a college graduate, but I still didn't feel that I was well educated. So my communication to them was what they felt connected with them most about law enforcement. So I would always talk with them and chat with them and give them real life scenarios of things that happened throughout my career. Things that embarrassed me, things that made me feel bad, things that almost ruined my career, things that they're going to have to overcome, and they will only be able to overcome it with experience over time. So, you know, um, we began to connect. We began to connect on a really, really strong level, me and my recruits. And, the academy is for 20 weeks or something like that. And so throughout the academy, you first hard on them and you try to whip them into shape and give them that shock and awe. But then you begin to try to develop them. And because these are the same people that are going to be having your back later on in your career when you're out in the streets. So, um, so you try to develop them. And through developing them, I felt that transparency was the best. A lot of people felt that being a poser was the best. I don't believe in posing. I believe in being yourself. And if this is you, then show you so that later on in your career, when you guys are working together out in the streets or in the prisons or wherever you're working at, you guys are working together, and they see you, they realize that you're the same you that you were when you were teaching them at the academy. That is so important. That is so critical, guys. Um, I don't believe in posing, right? I don't believe in posing and showing you guys what I have. What I have is what I have, and so what I have is not extraordinary, okay? But I do know that there are people out here in the world that don't have anything. So, me giving value and helping them to just come up from where they're at, maybe just at my level or where I'm at, it would allow them, right? It would allow them to at least see that there's a possibility to get where I am, in their life, right? Because if I pose and I show this whole extravagant lifestyle, they may disconnect, and I may lose them